Are your property taxes too high? Are you looking for some tax relief? Well, stick around because we're going to review a few tax relief programs available to Massachusetts homeowners in 2026. Hello, I'm Matt Coyle, realtor and co-founder of Team Coyle at Compass. Welcome to our channel. First point I want to make is that property tax relief programs are not available to everyone. You have to qualify. And in most cases, you have to file an application with your local Board of Assessors. This is a key point because most property tax relief programs are established by the state, but they're administered by the municipality where you live. Because the state allows cities and towns to expand eligibility requirements or increase the amount of tax relief available on certain local programs. However, not every program is local. For example, the Senior Circuit Breaker Program is a state income tax credit that qualifying homeowners can claim on their Massachusetts tax return. Today, I'm going to cover 4 major categories of tax relief available to qualifying Massachusetts homeowners. Let's start with the residential exemption. This is a local option, meaning not every municipality has to offer it. In fact, in fiscal year 2025, only about 6% of Massachusetts cities and towns adopted this program. Some of those communities include urban centers such as Boston, Cambridge, and Somerville, as well as several Cape and Island communities, those with substantial seasonal or non-owner occupied housing. The benefit of this program is fairly straightforward. The exemption reduces the taxable assessed value of your home, provided you own and occupy the property as your primary resident and meet the town's requirements. So how much is a residential exemption worth? Well, as you can imagine, it varies by municipality. In Boston, for example, the residential exemption in fiscal year 2026 saved qualifying homeowners up to $4,354 on their annual tax bill. Not bad, huh? The next category of tax relief is personal exemptions. Unlike the residential exemption, baseline personal exemptions are established by Massachusetts law. These exemptions provide tax relief for qualifying homeowners such as seniors, veterans, people who are blind, surviving spouses, and certain other homeowners. And depending on the exemption, eligibility may be based on age, income, assets, residency, disability, or military service requirements. This is an area where towns can adopt local options like expanding eligibility or increasing the amount of benefit a qualifying recipient can receive. But to be clear, municipalities cannot simply create their own exemption category. They are restricted to those exemptions established by state law. So what do personal exemptions do? They generally reduce the amount of tax you owe. For example, in Wellesley, for fiscal year 2026, qualifying blind homeowners could receive a $500 reduction. Qualifying seniors could receive a $1,000 reduction, and veterans exemptions range from $823 to a full property tax exemption, depending on the applicable statutory category. The next type of relief is not an exemption, but a deferral. Homeowners age 65 or older who meet the applicable income, ownership, and residency requirements may qualify to defer all or part of their property tax bill. Unlike an exemption, a deferral does not forgive the taxes you owe. Instead, the deferred balance becomes a lien against the property and accrues interest. It generally must be repaid when the property is sold or transferred, or when the homeowner's estate is settled. And one more thing, a qualifying surviving spouse may be able to continue the deferral under a new agreement. Last category is called the Senior Circuit Breaker. This is a refundable state income tax credit for qualifying homeowners and renters age 65 or older. For homeowners, eligibility is based partly on whether property taxes, together with half of qualifying water and sewer charges, exceed 10% of your total Massachusetts income. Property value limits also apply. For tax year 2025, the maximum credit is $2,820. Unlike other tax relief programs, the circuit breaker does not reduce your property tax bill. It is claimed by filing Schedule CB with your Massachusetts income tax return. The last point I want to make, pay attention to program deadlines. It matters. Applications for most personal exemptions and senior deferrals are generally due by April 1st, or 3 months after the municipality mails its actual tax bills, whichever is later. Because local rules can vary, confirm the applicable deadline directly with your local assessor. And if you're buying a home, don't assume that an exemption shown on the seller's tax bill automatically runs with the property. Your eligibility and your future property tax bill will be based on your circumstances and town rules. Well, folks, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. For a complete breakdown of everything we discussed today, please visit our website at theteamcoyle.com and read our article on Massachusetts property tax exemptions. I'll include a link in the description. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. If you would like to see more videos on topics like this, please leave your suggestions in the comments. Thank you and have a great day.